Well, hello there, and welcome to the True Lovers Collective read for November 2019. I am your reader, Mark Angelo Lyons, Mal for short, president of Jarring the Circle Productions, in business since 1998, spiritual events. Links are in the box below. Professional witch, professional intuitive, and damn Skippy happy to be doing this reading today. To the people new to my channel, welcome. Please do like and subscribe. If you check out my other stuff, you'll see that I'm good at what I do. I'm funny. I can deliver some pretty harsh shit with a sense of humor and loving compassion, open heart, heart-centered path that I am. That I'm on. I'm a divine feminine. We're going to be talking divine feminine, divine masculine in this reading. So please do like and subscribe. To my subscribers, welcome back. How about them those Samhain raids, huh? This was something else. Now, it's just so funny, of course, Mercury retrograde happened, right? It happened on Halloween. And so, right, yesterday, November 1st, I tried to do this reading. First, I did my own to see where I was in the True Lover collective, and then I was like, okay, let's do this. Set up the camera. It wouldn't work. Everything I try wouldn't work. I even posted on Facebook. This looked like right? On Instagram. Yeah, follow me on Instagram, Facebook, you know, Twitter. I think that's all that I'm on right now, right? What are you on? So I'm really glad to be doing this. Now, if you are new to the True Lovers Collective idea, concept, reality, what have you, there are links to other videos that I've done on the subject, clarifying twin flame soulmates and true lovers, as well as clarifying true lovers. Thanks, and all of this is thanks to the work of a brilliant spiritual teacher by the name of Matt Kahn, M-A-T-T-K-A-H-N. It's big on YouTube. Go check out his channel. I think it's All for Love with Matt Kahn or something. So I'm going to have a link. There is a link, even though I haven't put it in yet. It's there. Quantum. Time traveling. Quantum leap. Soul Contracts is the name of the video that turned it all around for me. Soul Contracts, Twin Flame Soulmates Redefined. And my God, I talk about that in the one that I did, clarifying twin flames, etc. So briefly though, because let's not just drop you down into a reading if you don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. Twin flames are turbulent soul contracts that teach you how to love yourself, that teach you how to heal yourself, that teach you how to set boundaries, self-esteem, self-worth, self-acceptance, the whole nine, right? And they are turbulent, they are transformative, they are tricky, right? They are turbulent. Did I say turbulent twice? Because fuck, are they ever? They are like a crucible that holds you in the fire so that you transform, right? And not always romantic sexual, right? Now, in fact, a lot of them are, and a lot of them, you know, like my father was a twin flame contract, bless his soul. We get along much better now that he's dead. He has been since I'm 51 now. Yeah, I was 17 when he died, so, you know, we've worked out a lot of stuff. Even though I'm not a medium, I'm a rare. I can, if you're talking to guides and masters and angels all day long, pretty easy to patch me into dad, and I spoke with him at Samhain, and he's doing good. We're happy. We love each other. He's a good one. Lots of apologies back and forth. Now learning what I have learned just in the past 2 weeks, and we'll see if that pops up in this reading. The soulmate relationship, however, is satisfying. Oh, you feel it? Oh, it's satisfying. It's soothing, right? You help each other heal. In a twin flame relationship, you learn how to heal yourself. You can't, by contract, heal each other. Right? You can barely even help each other. The way you help each other is by triggering the fuck out of each other, and it never has to do with the other person. I know that sucks, but that's just how it is. It's all about you healing your own shit, because soulmates, my darlings, are satisfying, symbiotic, simpler, soothing, but may not have that same intense burn down the house fire of a twin flame. You know what I'm saying? So my mom is very much a soulmate. We help each other heal. Best thing ever. Best thing ever to have a healthy relationship with my mom. Because I'm taking after her, apparently. Big shot, not at all. So what are the true lovers? So the true lovers is, I had the vision, like, oh God, when I was in my 20s, about it was called the Legion of Lovers would begin incarnating. People coming in, well, there were, a lot of them were already incarnate, would come together to really, you know, transform the world. It was like, oh, I'm down with that. Sign me up. What the fuck did I know what I was signing up for? And we sign up before we come in. It's the True Lovers Contract, the True Lovers Collective. There may not be millions of us. There may only be thousands of us, but they are people who have been through the ringer, particularly in the romantic sexual context, right? It's like, yeah, okay, I've healed my relationship with my father. I've healed my relationship with my mother. I've, you know, I've cut a lot of toxic people out of my life. I'm healing myself. I'm on my path. Where's my fucking lover? Where's the one who doesn't betray and lie and cheat and all of that shit, right? And if we've done that ourselves, it's because we were like, nope, you're not the one, but I can't get the fuck out of this yet. I bet you're getting out of it now. Mercury retrograde in Scorpio. This is a very timely reading. So you know what I'm saying? It's a different kind of thing. It's a different kind of contract that may very well implode the twin flame soulmate duality, right? It's sort of the higher evolution of the sexual, romantic, intimate contract. Essentially, both of you becoming gods, God and goddess, or two angels, or two masters coming together. And like I said, I don't think it's going to be billions of people, but I think eventually it will be. Eventually it will be. That'll be the norm in the fifth dimensional Earth. I know it sounds a little tinfoil hat woo-woo land. Look, I'm a Virgo, but I got that Pisces moon and obviously a Leo rising, Libra and Venus, Venus and Libra. I don't know where you stick in your Venus, right? Yeah, I believe me, I've researched this for decades through my own personal experience and what I've been through in the past couple of weeks. Holy crap, holy. So much transformation, cutting narcissists out with the Archangel Michael chainsaw. Get rid of them all at once. Blessed be, because walking away from abusive people is really helping to heal. You can't heal them, right? You can't heal them. The only way to heal them is to walk away, because then they can't hurt you anymore, and maybe they'll realize what they're doing and then they'll heal, right? So I love you so much, and I'm going to walk away so that I am one less person that you have to abuse and hurt and wound. Passive aggressive, narcissism, covert, overt, you know, all of that stuff. So so let's get into this gig, right? Let's Alyssa Edwards the fuck out of this. All right, so pulling from different decks. All the decks that I work with, I always put in the description box at the bottom, and we're adding a new one to this one I picked up in Saratoga last time I was visiting my mother, Hera, in Saratoga on the mountain. But we're going to start with the Caroline Myss archetype deck to get 3 cards. One for the Divine Feminine. Yes, we're talking Divine Feminine, Divine Masculine. You know, I would rather say Divine Yin, Divine Yang. This way it takes it out of bodily gender. It's not about bodily gender. It's not about what the body you were born into. It's about what is the predominant dynamic. Are you magnetic, Yin, Divine Feminine? Or are you electric, Yang, Divine Masculine, right? More intuitive or more intellectual, right? And then we'll pull one in the center for the Twin Flame, the Twin Flame Collective itself. So if it resonates with you, great. All the way through, bonus salute. But we're all in different places in the development of the collective. That's why I'm doing these every month. I really should not do these once a week. That's a bit much. That's like, well, what that engenders is, well, what's happening now? What's happening now? And that's coming from a place of fear. This is a GPS read, right? It's like saying, this is where we are. We're not even doing past, present, and future. It's really just GPS, bloop, showing you on the map where we are as a true lover collective. So let's do this. Strike a pose. There's nothing to this. Vague. Thank you, Julie Brown. Okay, so take a deep breath. Call in your 5th dimensional higher self. I call mine Mark 5. It was my editor, Jill, who said, oh my God, Speed Racer. I was like, oh, I didn't watch that as a cat. I was too busy watching Super Friends and Wonder Woman. Don't be shocked. Oh, my angels, gods, masters, the higher selves of all involved. Please, one card. There you are, one card to represent the Divine Feminine in the True Lovers Collective for November 2019. Ooh, the Trickster. Yes. switch. Now, all of these Caroline Myss archetype cards have writing on them. If you're new, this is just for the newbies. People, my regulars, you know, I got to do this every single time. I'll read the light and the shadow attribute. The way I like to look at it, as the lead is on the bottom, the gold is on the top. Nothing like a golden top, right? So what it is that you have to alchemize, what's being alchemized, this what the divine feminine part of the contract is. It's not the whole of WHOL, so it's like what they are clearing up within themselves, right? Their own alchemical work, embracing the shadow, Mercury retrograde, all that shit. One for the divine masculine, please. My collective pantheon of angels, gods, and masters in the higher selves of all involved, please. There you are. No, 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 no. That's two. This one. For the divine masculine in the True Lovers Collective for November 2019. Angel, my angel. Fly over me, angel. You must be an angel. I see it in your eyes, full of wonder and surprise. And now maybe you fucking realize. I just gave you Analytics and Madonna in the same 30 seconds. Please, my collective pantheon of angels, gods, masters, and the higher souls of all involved, please. One card to represent the true lover collective, where the unions are, like what's going on in the relationships between the divine masculine and the divine feminine in the collective. And we've got the poet, and don't you just know it? Ooh, baby, you're my blue heaven. Don't you just know it? What was that? Amazulu from the 80s, the 90s. So we've got the trickster, the angel, and the poet. Now, usually I'm used to seeing the trickster. I believe the trickster is in the wild card family, but every pantheon has a trickster, right? Like Loki, Hermes, Pan, right? Like name a pantheon, there's a coyote, right? Coyote woman in the deck that I read. There's always a trickster. There's always a trickster deity. So it's interesting to see this in the divine feminine. So we're going to start with the lead. You know, I usually read the light, then the shadow. I'm finding it way more effective to start with the shadow. I did that with the Samhain read, so I think that's how I'm supposed to do it now. Shadow attribute, manipulating others through duplicity. Now, I'm going to be honest with you, as a divine feminine, I have so been manipulated by others through duplicity. Yeah, have we all done it? You know, it's different than a white lie, right? Like, do these jeans make me look fat? Well, do you mean G-E-N-E-S? Because I'm a bitch that way, but all for a sense of humor, right? Spoonful of sugar to make the truth go down. So that's why we're going to look at this. Like, if you have been deceived, my divine feminine, or maybe you're just... this is a self-protective thing, but let's look at the light. Transcending convention, stuffiness, and predictable behavior. That sounds more like us, but get that it feels a little masculine, right? So maybe the divine feminine is really connecting with some of that divine masculine. Transcending convention, stuffiness, and predictable behavior. Behavior in and of itself is yang. It is masculine energy. It's your conduct. It's how you act. And I can relate to that. Although be careful, that the trickster energy in its shadow, it's Wile E. Coyote. All that fucking Acme money. Where are you getting all that Acme money out in the desert? And it never fucking works too well, the equipment. Sorry, Mr. Coyote. If you read the contract, the devices worked as advertised. It's just you were standing under the anvil at the wrong time. Oh my God, is that for the divine masculine? He said while touching his angel card. Now look, the angel card, before I even go into this, you have to understand, I taught angel stuff for decades in the 90s. I still do every now and again. Oh, right, I did a talk at Summerland UU Church in East Setauket. I'm not going to put it in the links, but go look. It's called Angel in Disguise. It's about higher self-embodiment. So when I see the card of angel, there's so much going on there. But let's keep in mind, the shadow side of the angel is the demon, right? Because what's a demon? Have you watched Good Omens? Oh, the series is brilliant. The book like, what, 20 years ago, something like that? So good. Oh, David Tennant. Crawley, right? So let's have a look-see-duck-see at the shadow attribute. Acting innocent or angelic to mislead others. Well, right here we are here, manipulating through duplicity. What the fuck, right? Falsely claiming to be in touch with angelic guidance, right? It's like, oh, the angels told me to treat you horribly. The angels told me to ghost you and withhold my emotions. I got a sense of humor about it. Literally, I just cut someone out of my life that I called Angel. It's my middle name, Angelo, right? But yeah, I told him he was an angel, and you know what he is, and that's the thing. Well, what's the light side, right? Helping those in need with no expectation of return. If you're dealing with a narcissist with that, they may be turning around, but you know, the thing about narcissism, it's not new. It's named after a Greek myth, Narcissus, right? Who essentially pissed off a divine being and flipped it in the water at himself and fell in love with himself, which is really funny considering they have no power of self-reflection. So do the research. You know, I was just having a conversation with my dear friend Mark in Brooklyn, a set designer, Tony Award winner. And yeah, I'm not name dropping him, but he is my Scorpio brother. Like, I adore him. That's where I'm going for Thanksgiving, I think, this year. We're just going to go out to a restaurant and get tanked. But it's like, I know some of the stuff that he's been through, and I told him, you know, understanding that there's a thing called a covert narcissist. I had no idea, because if you come for me as an overt narcissist, honey, I got black candles and rusty nails I haven't used in decades. They're just waiting up in my office just in case. I will hex the fuck out of you as a blessing to you. Like, no karmic return for me on that. I will bless you and blow your shit up from a distance, right? The covert narcissism, very, very tricky. It's someone acting like they're an angel while sucking you dry. It's demonic. So great, angels and demons. Da Vinci Code, anyone? So now here's the one that's making me go, huh? In the collective itself, right? In the union, shadow attribute turns a lyric gift into negative or destructive effect, just like that man from Nantucket. Light attribute, expressing soul insights in symbolic language. So possibly in this relationship, there's a lot of like poetic stuff going on, right? That lyrical thing, that there may be some self-expression, whether through journaling or through writing, or like some days I just speak in poetry. This is speaking of my friend Mark. He said, will you stop talking in perfect meter? And it's only when I'm in a certain level of higher consciousness that I'm not even aware of it, but suddenly I'm speaking in this way. He's like, you're speaking in iambic pentameter. Stop it. I do not think I can, my dear friend Mark. Oh, look, it's 11:11. Rock and roll, right? So there's something poetic here. Now we're going to clarify all of these. These are the main energies, the dominant energies. And look, I have a feeling this is going to be a long one, folks, because I did this reading twice yesterday and was unable to make the tech work. So that's like, now I get it, and plus what has happened between then and now, because I reconnected with an old flame last night, and we're gonna start dating. See what happens. See what happens when you play the game. So what are we gonna do now? We are going to start clarifying, and we're gonna pull three, healing with the angel oracle cards, right? Doreen Virtue, my angels, please clarify for this divine feminine trickster. What's going on with the divine feminine trickster archetype in the True Lovers Collective for November 2019? Romance, okay. The great thing about the guy that I reconnected with, he's always a gentleman. It's just, it wasn't the right time for us, and who knows if it's going to be. Who knows if it's going to be a long-term whatever. I'm totally down with transcending convention and stuffiness. Fucking look at me. All right, let's look for this angel. Yeah, so the divine feminine is experiencing romance here, but may not be with the divine masculine unless he fucking gets his wings on right. So for the divine masculine in the True Lovers Collective, please, my angels, one card, this divine masculine angel archetype, what's going on with them for, well, this one, for November 2019. Ooh, emerging! The angel is emerging. You better fucking hurry up, man. So I'm going out to dinner and dancing and movies. You know, I've tried so hard not to keep this stuff personally, but I'm a Pisces moon with a Leo rising and a Virgo. It's all sort of automatic. So I don't mind getting naked for you on camera, so to speak. I did think about doing a series called Naked Tarot, but what would Hera say? Heresy is what Hera would say. So no. Yes, I could do porn at 51 years old, but not the life I want. Blessed be the sex workers, though. No shame in my game. But no, I don't need someone that I, taught how to heal themselves go looking at me top and somebody. No. So, all right, for the poet, and we may not know it. It's so bad. Please, angels, even the angels are rolling their eyes. They're rolling their third eyes, their fourth eyes, their 100th eyes. Really, if you saw what angels look like. No, they're babies with wings. No, they're not. I mean, read that Old Testament and Ezekiel, scare the crap out of you. You can shit your pants. Okay, please, my angels, please, one card in clarity then for this, the True Lover Collective Union. What's going on in the True Lover partnerships, the True Lover unions for November 2019. Manifestation. Now, manifestation, does that mean that the relationships are finally manifesting? I got a little hint for you. They've already manifested. They're already in play, right? So, but it's this poet thing. So there's something manifesting. There's poetry, that there's something, there's something poetic going on here, like Emily Bronte, right? There's something like almost like the archetype of an actual poem playing itself out. But is it a lyric poem or is it an epic poem? I have a feeling it's an epic poem, but hey, Beowulf is is a epic poem. Gilgamesh, etc. Yeah, the Odyssey. Saga. Ooh, girl, I love my Greeks. They're like more like the Odyssey. Circe, I have turned more men to pigs in past lives, and now this life, apparently, I'm reversing the process. Reverse the curse. So now what we're going to do, how much fun? I am going to pull a Daughters of the Moon tarot card for the Divine Feminine and a Mythic Tarot. Ooh, Eight of Swords. Someone's, yeah. For the Divine Masculine. Good. Yeah, so let's do this. My gods, please, all in my pantheon, my Olympians, my family, my true tribe, please, one card in clarity for the Divine Feminine here in the Divine Feminine Trickster archetype with romance. Please, one card in clarity for the Divine Feminine in the True Lovers Collective for November 2019. Ooh, the Pisces card, all right? So emotionality, but also perhaps a little bit in La La Land, emotional in terms of fantasy. Now, along with that, the romance might be very dreamy, might be very romantic, might be a very strong, intuitive, empathic thing, like two divine feminines coming together, right? Could be that watery, swimmy thing, but also kind of just feeling this romance, right? But in the collective, 12th house, Pisces 12th house, the collective unconscious. So probably tuning in to that as well, like really feeling it, right? Let's ask for the Divine Masculine, same thing. Oh, my gods, please, one card in clarity, a Mythic Tarot. What's going on with the Divine Masculine in the True Lovers Collective for November 2019? Wheel of Fortune. It's time, right? And this is always such a timing card. Divine timing. Something is emerging in divine timing. Well, it's the Wheel of Fate or the Wheel of Destiny, right? We all have fate delivered hot and piping every day. And what do we do with it? Do we suffer our fate? Or do we alchemize it into destiny? By what? By being wise, by making wise decisions, by taking the hero's journey and not avoiding the call. So with this angel archetype for the Divine Masculine, something's emerging. But is it the angel or is it the demon? Is it going to be destiny or is it going to be fate? If you're the Divine Feminine in this, not your problem. If you're the Divine Masculine in this, it's time. It's like you've waited out the clock. This is what they say, like a minute to midnight, 5 minutes to midnight. You ain't got that much time left. But, this is going to work out one way or the other. But I have a feeling that if two true lovers are contracted, and one of them really rejects the contract, not only will they suffer, every time the hero refuses the call, disaster ensues. Just how it works, girl. Could I tell you stories about some of the men in my life? But you know, this is that. This is the time. If you don't do this now, then they will reassign. Like I got that the other day. They're like, Mark, don't worry. If this person is your true love and they come back, great. You'll heal together. If this person doesn't come back, we will reassign you. And I was like, you can do that? They're like, of course we can do that. The quantum is under our control. It's a fucking game, remember? I'm like, oh yeah, right. So that's okay. They'll just reassign you to someone who's ready, you know? That's all got to be in the divine plan, right? We're talking a mystical thing here. So now what we're going to do is we're going to pull, again, the same tarot decks, but for the collective itself. So, my gods. Now, this is not about the divine masculine or the divine feminine. It's about both of them together. So this would apply to both of them, right? So please, my gods, one card in clarity for the True Lover Collective for November 2019, please. And what do we got? Fuck, 2 of Cups. All right, yay! Yay! I'm just like, I think I know who this is and I don't want to play. Yay! The 2 of Cups. Now, please remember the 2 of Cups. I hear people on YouTube saying, oh, it's true love, it's soulmate. Well, yeah, maybe, but it's a 2. It's a 2. Don't put all your money down on a 2, right? It's attraction. You don't know each other. You don't know each other in the way that is necessary for something sustainable. That's a 10. This is a 2, but still the manifestation of attraction with the poet, that there's something poetic afoot here. Pisces moon. Let's get one from the Mythic Tarot. My gods, please, one card in clarity for this True Lovers Collective, November 2019. We've got the poet, we've got manifestation, we've got the 2 of Cups. What's going on here? I may throw up in my mouth. It's the Lovers, the Judging of Paris. The Judging of Paris is a really, 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 really wonderful myth where there is the wedding of Cadmus and Harmonia. Harmonia, the daughter of Ares and Aphrodite, right? Harmony between love and war. And Eris, the goddess of discord, any Eurasians out there? Great fun, you're great in bed. Chucks one of the golden apples into the wedding party. She wasn't invited, she got all pissed off, threw an apple in it, and it said, to the most beautiful goddess. Well, of course, who jumped for it? Let me do it this way so you can see. Athena, Aphrodite, and Hera. Or if you like, Aphrodite, love, Athena, wisdom, Hera, power, love, wisdom, and power, the threefold flame of the heart. Well, it's my apple, it's my apple. You touch that apple, girls, you touch that apple, that would be Hera, right? None of the gods are touching that. Like, who's going to touch that? No, no, no. So he said, we'll get the fairest man on earth. His name is Paris, okay? Brought to Olympus. He had to charge. He's like, okay, I need to just chill, please. These are goddesses I'm dealing with. This is going to be a clusterfuck no matter what I do. So yeah, they give him some time, and secretly each goddess goes to them. I forget which one comes first, but I know which one goes last. So let's go. Let's let Hera go first. So Hera appears to me saying, you give me those apples. You give me that apple, I will give you the power to rule this world. You in? He's like, please, please, my queen, my queen, my queen. She's like, poof. Athena comes in. Those two, no. You give me that apple, I will give you infinite knowledge. I will give you wisdom. You will know everything. You don't need to rule the world that way when you can know everything. It's like, oh, the gray-eyed one, oh please, oh please, oh please, oh please. Just please, just let me, I will do my best. Please don't make me promise anything right now. And she's like, those other two have been here. Just the one. He goes, well, then I'm sure she'll be around. Poof, there she goes, right? Like an episode of Bewitched. Aphrodite comes. Paris, darling, you give me that apple. I'll give you your true love. I'll give you the most beautiful woman in the world. And you will truly love each other. Guess who he picks? Aphrodite. Who's the most beautiful woman in the world? Helena Troy. What ensues? The Trojan War, followed the Iliad, followed by the Odyssey. There is something poetic, there is something archetypal going on here, and why wouldn't it? Why wouldn't it in the Twin Flame Collective? That we've literally got the Two of Cups and the Lover's card. Now I see why I had tech problems yesterday. This is the reading that the world needs to see. Holy fuckballs with manifestation. Oh, right, my shining mystic ass. Oh my God. Well, I think we just have to keep going, don't we? Why don't we ask the masters? Yeah, let's get some womp womp cards here, because really I ain't seeing all that much womp womp going on here. Where's the fly in the ointment? Where's the other shoe? Where's the other strappy sandal waiting to drop? Oh, please, my masters, please, one card to represent what's going on here with this divine feminine trickster with Piscean energy and romance. Please, one card for the divine feminine in the True Lovers Collective for November 2019. It's a trap! It's a trap! That may be very much in a romantic trap, or sees this as a trap, or feels this as a trap. Perhaps this is somebody from the past coming back that did not treat them well, did not express their emotions, did not say I love you, did not extricate themselves to free themselves up, lie, cheat, steal, what have you, and just feels like this is a trap. But what's so interesting about this trap card, not to be confused with Trap House, I don't think I've ever been in one, although I've seen them on Pornhub. Look, it's only like she could just walk around. Yeah, she can't reach the key, but she could just walk away. She could just walk away from that, and it feels like that's what's going on. So divine masculine, you try and trap her, don't. Just don't. You're gonna come for me, you better sharpen your claws. Tell me, is you man or no? For the divine masculine, please, my masters, one card in clarity here. We've got the angel archetype with the wheel of fortune emerging. Oh my good gods. Please, one card for the divine masculine in this True Lovers Collective, November 2019. Bad choices. You ate an apple and it had a worm in it. Just a making bad choices. Just a making bad choices, but that's okay, because the divine feminine is like, I see you shaking that ass, shaking that ass, shaking that ass. I see you, baby. But you know, with that emerging thing, like, is there going to be a healing here for the divine masculine here? Are they going to admit to or look at their bad choices? We shall see. Let's look in the collective, please, my masters. We've got the poet archetype here for this True Lovers Collective. Two of Cups, lovers, and manifestation. So here we go. One card, please, my masters, for this collective using. So right now, there's still a using of people, right? 3 womp womp cards. So right now, that this is not ready for anything permanent. Yes, there is a manifestation. Yes, there are choices and decisions going on. But with that card of using, again, the narcissistic with codependent, whatever it is, that there is a sourcing from each other that's not healthy here. So to really get that for the month of November, though there may be an attraction and there may be a decision manifesting here, watch out for the poetic language. Like when I'm in love with somebody, I go into full-on poetry. I don't even try it. Just well, I'm Mercury conjunct Libra, Mercury conjunct Venus and Libra. So I have that skill. I'm a writer on top of it. Words of grace from a professional witch. Following grades from a professional witch. Links in the box below. But this using thing, it's like this is no. And that's why she's feeling it's a trap, and that's why he's making bad choices. Divine masculine. Look, the divine feminines are supposed to wake up spiritually first. Why? Because it's from the inside out. It's not from the outside in, right? So the divine and feminine is, you know, awakening because it's emotional. The third dimension is the illusion of separation in physical reality. The fourth dimension is the mental, emotional, psychological stuff. So this is the stuff that has to be purged, has to be healed, right? In order not to attain the fifth dimension. The fifth dimension is downloading, it's pushing down through the chakras and squeezing all of the fourth dimensional toxicity, not just out of our own cell tissue, not just our ancestry, not just our emotional baggage, but in the collective of all of humanity. So when one of us heals, all of us heals. That's the holographic nature. It's what we signed up to do. So any kind of using, codependence, narcissistic, hoovering people, vampiring people, that's what is set up for here. But don't worry, we've got some really cool cards left to play with here. And one of them, like I said, I can't say this is my new favorite now, because the deck I'm about to introduce after this one is amazing. And we'll talk about that. But this is Whispers of Love. I love this. I love this deck. And this is the channel for the voices of the higher selves of all involved. This is the higher selves of everybody in the True Lovers Collective. So that's fifth dimensional and above. The higher selves that have already done this. Remember, time is an illusion. We're in a game, right? So we've already been, we're already there. They're calling us forward, right? Mark 5, etc. So please. The higher selves of all involved, please, one card for this divine feminine trickster with romance, with Pisces, and feeling it's a trap, because it probably is. Please, one card in clarity for this divine feminine in the True Lovers Collective for November 2019. Now, they said, you might have said Twin Flame instead of True Love a couple of times. They understand. We're not talking Twin Flame contracts here, okay? Love who you are. Yes, love who you are. So continue loving who you are, sweetheart. You are a divine and wonderful person, deserving all the wonderful things that life has to offer. So, go for the romance, but keep an eye out for the trap. Like, are you trapping yourself? How did you get trapped before? And this is where our personal histories can come in handy if we've healed it. Now look, if you fall into the same trap again, it's really okay. It's Gary Zukov, bless his beautiful soul, said it's called the compassionate return of the universe, right? That it's not punishment. You know what needs punishment? Sin. And there is no sin. There is no sin. There are only errors. That's Course in Miracles. So if you're really feeling that thing of I'm being punished or they need to be punished, that's the ego. That's the voice you have to love. You have to embrace that shadow, let it cry, let it scream, but do not act on it, right? Trickster, you're going to transcend that old pattern in a way that's really different, right? And in other words, you're going to transcend predictable behavior by saying, it's not a sin, it's an error, and an error can be corrected. That's the point. Now that's very Course in Miracles. So an error can be corrected. A sin may be forgiven, but a sin's a sin, right? So that's why I don't use the word sin. I try not to, right? It's a sin. What's that, Pet Shop Boys? It's a sin. That this is an error. Things have gone down here, but to love who you are, because even if this is a trap, that's okay. It's a compassionate return of the universe. You're getting another chance to do it. But if you've been doing your work, if you've been learning, healing, growing, evolving, walking your path, loving what rises, whatever, however that manifests in your life, just know that you're worthy. I mean, it really says of it, you are a divine and wonderful person deserving all of the wonderful things that life has to offer. So maybe you can go through this in that Piscean intuitive way to kind of sense where the traps are, right? And sort of Indiana Jones, that motherfucker, in my case, fatherfucker. I want that word to be a thing, fatherfucker. Yeah, I'm not a motherfucker, I'm a fatherfucker. The Divine Masculine, please, for my higher selves of all involved, please, one card for the Divine Masculine in this True Lovers Collective. Considering it's the angel, which in its shadow is the demon, something's emerging with the Wheel of Fortune. It's just time. It's written into the web. It's written into the contract. This outcome has already been determined because of bad choices. It gives me gas. Please, one card, please. A whisper of true love for this Divine Masculine in the True Lovers Collective, November 2019. Honesty is essential, you think? Honesty is essential. To be a loving person, it is important that we speak truthfully and in a loving manner. Look, the fucker's got a mask on, right? And look at her. She's like, don't wanna. Good. You see, if you don't, I mean, look, I'm not laughing at anybody's experience. I'm laughing at my own, because as you go through the valley of the shadow of death, as you go through dark nights of the soul, shamanic descent, embracing the shadow, vacation in the underworld, right? You know, just doing your healing work. It's so funny when the cards like fucking call people on the carpet, right? It's just so clear. I love it. I love this deck. I love this process. I will do this till I'm dead. Later. Please, the higher selves of all involved, you can tell I'm having a good time. Please, one card in clarity for this True Lovers Collective November 2019. We've got the poet archetype with the Two of Cups, attraction in the whirlpool, the Lover's card, a decision being made about manifestation, but there's this element of using. So please, one card in clarity for the True Lovers Collective November 2019. Fuck, it's the I love you card. It's the same on both sides. Oh, round and round, what goes around comes around. I love you. These are very important words, but look, if there's somebody using somebody, that word I love you, be careful. Be saying that to yourselves. I love you. I love you. If that's your mantra, very Ho'oponopono, but I learned how to do Ho'oponopono a whole new way through Matt Kahn. No shit. Go watch his stuff from the first video to the last. Oh, the earlier stuff is a little tinfoil hat for me, but you know, I'm from New York. He's from the West Coast. So I love you. These are very important words. No matter what happens, even if the Divine Feminine is like, no, I'm going for this romance, and this one is, it's time, I've made bad choices. Being honest about it, I have made bad choices. And she's like, but you gotta get, I love who I am. I don't need you. Because that's how you break the codependent patterns. You love what rises. It's the divine detox. Detox coming at you with slow verse. I'm so glad that my masters know of course they know RuPaul's Drag Race. Who do you think sent them down? That you're loving who you are, so you're detoxing all of that stuff. And so you might see the trap and be like, go ahead, try and trap me. If this narcissist, covert though he may be, comes back into my life, I'm like, your first mistake was trying to control me. I only let you because you lied. Whoopsie doopsie. And Divine Masculine here, if really, you can be really honest and say, okay, I fucked up royally. I fucked up royalty. Where's my drag fan? Nowhere to be found. Fuck, that would have been a good time for a thwart. Stunning. Oh, it's over there. I was smudging the house. Yes, I use my drag fan too. I don't do drag. I have witch drag. That's my gig. Just be honest. Just be honest, Divine Masculine, that you fucked up. But look, if therapy is necessary, come clean or don't come at all, right? You're going to have to heal some shit here. Because with the angel archetype, yes, you are an angel. But in the shadow, you're demonic, and you don't understand the damage you're doing to yourself and other people. Now, that's all scripted. That's the role you decided to play in this life. It is necessary, but you know, you just can't be doing lead all the time and be happy, right? So, we have to do the middle lane here, right? So we've got this poet. No, I did all this, or rather, see, gone non-linear. Because now let's get to the new deck, the Journey of Love. Now look, this is an oracle deck, and there's not a lot written on the cards. So I'm using the book because I'm still learning it. That's why I'm only doing one, because this is like, right? It's triggery in like the best way possible. So the Journey of Love, Alana Fairchild, Russ Sully, and Richard Cohen. One is the author. One is a poet, because there's literally poetry in here. Oh, right. Read the poem, read the poem. And the other is the artist. So we're going to pull a card here. Ready? And this is what we'll end the reading on. Breathe. Breathe, my true lovers collective, as I call upon my pantheon of angels, gods, masters, and the higher selves of all involved. One card, please. Chucked up the fucking deck for this True Lovers Collective, November 2019. Really? Really? Intimacy. Well, I love intimacy, but you know, narcissists don't. Yeah, I got some issues. Look, I own my shit. That's okay. I'll process it out later. Number 35. 35, intimacy. All right, that's not that much. Here, now, please forgive me for having to read it. I'm not familiar with these cards yet, but I wouldn't have brought it in unless I was guided, unless I was already had my mind fucking blown every time I read a card. Intimacy. Your vulnerability is the key to your growing spirituality. Now is the time to share yourself openly without pretense or defensiveness. Divine Masculine. Let down the barriers that have held you apart from another, from the divine, from the world, and let yourself be held by the experiences of your life without needing to defend against them. Expect nothing and be open to receiving everything. Your vulnerability is your way forward now. You are learning that you have enough strength to truly surrender. You are brave enough to allow yourself to be truly lived by the divine. In other words, to let the divine live through you. Not just loved, lived, L-I-V-E-D. The message of this oracle is that you have recently opened yourself up in new ways to meet the world and your loved ones, or are considering doing so in order to share something of yourself with another. Do it! Do it, Carrie Fisher. Do it! You are ready to be seen and received more than ever before. The message for you from this oracle is that if your life feels like it is falling apart, then, oh wait, did we skip a card here? No? Yeah, no? Oh, where's the poem? Oh, there it is. Sorry, I skipped one. Sorry, the page is stuck together. Do it. You are ready to be seen and received more than ever before. The poem. Becoming one, allowing all that is, both within and without, to blend. Like a wave meeting the shore, each aspect of who we are is part of a grander whole, and in truth, yet greater still. To know myself is to know you, whether I look in your eyes, or touch your lips, or hold hands, or bathe in the warmth of our embrace. Intimacy. Now, look, Divine Feminine, that's your gig. That's your thing. You've been doing your work. And because you've been loving who you are, or are in process, and you never stop doing that anyway. It's always about loving yourself and loving what rises, because love is who we are, right? It's like bathing in the truth of who we are, right? And that you deserve wonderful and all of that. But here's the one who's got the challenge that, you know, you got to get the Divine Masculine energy. And I'm not just talking about men here. Think that vulnerability and intimacy is weakness, right? Why? Because they tried it once. They got hurt, and fuck that, right? It's probably about their childhood, what they grew up in, right? You know, push those emotions down, like stoicism. Well, how's it working for you, right? It's fine if it got you here, but you know, even the Divine Feminines are having to like really let go of shit that doesn't work anymore. So for that intimacy to happen, there has to be honest, and I feel like the Divine Feminine's gonna know if it's not honest, right? So in the collective, I love you, I love you, I love you. That there is a lot of union, but here with this card of ecstasy here in the center lane, if you will, that poet with the Two of Cups, that there is something very poetic about this relationship, about the true lovers collective right now. But that thing of using, really, it's the only fly in the ointment here, that has got to be reconciled. If this is vampiric, if this is codependent, if this is covert narcissism, overt narcissism, covert narcissism is just as much abuse as overt, right? Just because they're not hitting you, just because, right? However that's playing itself out. But then we got to look at the people pleaser over here, because a narcissist needs a people pleaser in order to keep it going. So this is, I think, how narcissism, passive aggression, all of this stuff heals in the romantic context, is through the True Lovers Collective. So, you know, how brave you feel in Divine Feminine, and how brave you feel in Divine Masculine, because what you guys have here, what's actually going on in the collective for this month, you're probably going to want each other. The electromagnetic pull is pulling you together. It is manifesting. You will probably see each other. And those words, I love you, you better fucking make sure that when you say I love you, that it is not a strategy, right? That it is not a tactic to just get what you want and disappear. If you show up as an angel, then be an angel, right? Be clear, be honest, right? What? Because what's the light attribute here? Helping those in need with no expectation of return, right? So there's no hook in the I love you. It is just an unconditional I love you, right? And then things go where they may. And with that card of intimacy, that doesn't necessarily mean that you have sex. In fact, the divine feminine is looking for the romance here, but is also very, very aware that this could be a trap. It's a trap. So on a final note here, huge potential, huge potential, but do each, in your situation, if you're watching this, do you have the capacity? Everybody has the potential. Do you have the capacity to do it? Now, the truth is, we all have choices and decisions, right? It's GPS. We're still driving. We still get to make the choices in the quantum game. So here's what I would recommend. This is certainly what I'm going to do, because I have now opened the gates, so to speak. Let down the drawbridge. And, you know, I'm not saying they're the throngs and hordes coming at me, although in social media it seems that way. We've been getting some DMs. Some people have been sliding into my DM. I'm like, oh my, a dick pic. Sort of welcome. Yeah. But it is that thing of I can play this any way that I want. All the outcomes are already determined in the game. I just have to do my thing as a divine feminine. But if the divine masculine really comes in here and is really willing for true intimacy here, then things can move forward. And remember, if this divine masculine and this divine feminine can't get it together and they do permanently separate, this is from pretty high up, guys, extremely high up. Of course we can recontract. What do? You renegotiate the contract, but they do that. And because then there are quantum versions where the two of you work it out, and there are quantum versions where you don't, and you're with somebody else, and it's all okay. Because at the end of all of this, as though there's ever an end, there's always a higher level, right? That this is about healing. This is about the anchoring of fifth dimensional unity consciousness, really destroying the fourth and third dimension. Not that we're not going to have, you know, physical changeability. Of course, we're going to remain unique manifestations of the divine. Of course, we're still going to have thoughts and feelings and choices and all of that stuff. So it's almost like the fifth dimension absorbs the third and the fourth, right? And really, they no longer exist in that sense. Oh, they're so good. They're so good. I fucking love them. So how about a blessing, right? I've been really enjoying doing the blessings at the end of this. So take a deep breath. Open a chakra. Oh, stretchy wetchy. Oh. Dearest God, Goddess, all that is, my collective pantheons of angels, gods, masters, and the higher souls of all involved, may the true lovers collective be blessed with all that they need for the month of November 2019, that they may heal, that they may grow, that they may become the best that they can be, that the divine feminine, the trickster, transcends what she usually does it in a non-stuffy, fun way as she pursues romance, as she really intuitives with that Pisces, that there's a possibility for a trap here, but to really loving who she is every step of the way, that the trap will be transformed into an opportunity, that this divine masculine, this angel, really gets to emerge as an angel, that the angel gets to emerge, transforming the demon as it does, because the Wheel of Fortune, it's just time to do so. It's part of the divine plan. It's woven into the web, and the bad choices that were made, he can be honest about it. May he be blessed with that honesty, and may this true lovers collective union with the poet find its perfect rhyme and meter, be the manifestation of that expressing insights in symbolic language, right? That this is the soul insight begins to manifest with that Two of Cups attraction and the manifestation of the lovers in terms of a decision, that any toxic using that's going on here, that I love you, these are very important words, that will heal this as long as they are not just words, but it is meant, that you don't have to always feel I love you, but if you mean it, that's more important, that this be truth, that this be honest, so that true divine intimacy may manifest in this relationship, opening the way for December 2019. May they be blessed with all of this. May the collective be blessed with the very best for November 2019, for the well-being of all. And so it is. So mote it be. Amen. Thank you so much for watching. My new people, I told you, I'm fun. I'm good and I'm fun. I'm good and I'm fun. Wow, this is going to take me a while to digest. And of course, it's personal. I'm in the True Lovers Collective. Are we there yet? I don't see wedding. I do not see permanent commitment here. I see a step forward and a poetic one on that. So regardless of which role you are here, the Divine Masculine or Divine Feminine, do your work and be honest, right? Be honest, love yourself. And remember, I love you. These are very important words. So I love you and wishing you the very best and the blessed of the month. But for now, hail, farewell, and blessed be.